Hey guys, this is Lego and Fungo here, back for another Lego video. This is Top 20 Minifigures Part 2. These are still all minifigures I own, not my overall Top 20. Let's start off with number 10. Okay, so my number 10 is Samurai X from Ninjago. This is not near as Samurai X. This is Pixel. What I like about this minifigure is I like the colours, the red, white and blue with the bits of gold all around it, and then the black as well. This is the first minifigure of today's list with a dual face. You've got the Samurai X on the other and Pixel on the back. I also like the helmet and shoulder things. So that's very cool. I also like the cool gold logo on the front. And that's about it for Samurai X, I think. Let's move on to number 9. Okay, number 9 is Mr. E from Sons of Garmadon. I really like Mr. E because he's got the cool, completely black face with the white and red eyes, the black helmet with red visor, the knee pads on his legs, and the gang style printing on his torso with the Sons of Garmadon logo. But as we know, Mr. E has a twist. If he puts on the Oni Mask of Vengeance, he gets an extra pair of arms. The arms, yet again, gang style printing, looks kind of like graffiti, nothing on the back. But the most awesome part of this is the Oni Mask of Vengeance. It's like a visor, it's on a helmet piece. It's just the red with the yellow eyes and fangs, and then you've got the white horns. And it kind of looks like a skull here. And I just love the Oni Mask of Vengeance. It's really cool. Another thing about Mr. E, when he's not got 4 arms, he has this cool shoulder pad piece, which I quite like. So yeah, I think that's about it for Mr. E. So let's move on to number 8. Okay, so number 8 is Ultimate Aaron. You can only get this minifigure in the set that comes with his special power-up with the kind of stud shooters on his back. I chose this one over normal Aaron because he's got the translucent green pieces, which I love. First of all, let's just say he has dual face printing, serious on the front and happy on the back. So let's have a look at him without his armour on. Okay, the armour has some pretty good printing. I love the dark green and lighter green colour. So you've got plain green on the back of the legs, but it's not dual moulded, so that's fine. Now the printing on his legs, you've got the green with the dark green there. I also love the torso print with the orange Nexo power running through his suit. And then on the back he's got more dark green. Now let's have a better look at his armour. So here's the armour. As you can see, a pretty good neon green for the armour and the helmet visor. And yeah, I think that's about it for Aaron. Let's move on to number 7. Next up is Chop Rai. This is from the Tournament of Elements series of Ninjago, when Chop, the human warrior with all the tattoos, gets turned into the Anacondrai warrior. There are loads of cool stuff on this. My favourite pieces are the snake related bits on his body. So let's have a closer look at those first. Okay, this tail piece, not a rare piece, but the only way you could have got this piece in the Tournament of Elements series was by getting one of the Anacondrai warriors or Pythor. So that's quite cool. It's got some ripped leg sash kind of thing on the front with his scales and his belt around there. So now let's move on to his head. Okay, here's the head. It's got some awesome purple printing with the teeth in white and red eyes with some black scales around them. I think that's it for the head. So let's just put it back together and review it overall. Okay, I've put him back together with the armour piece off because then we can get a closer look at his torso. Scales with some kind of sash around there. And then on the back it continues with the scales. And then the armour is, I'm pretty sure this is the bones of other anacondrae with the dark red and yellow. I think that's very cool. We're slowly getting closer to 1, so let's move on to number 6. Number 6 is the Rogel from Nexo Knights. Where do we start with the Rogel? I guess the most obvious place would be his legs. So yeah, let's start there. Oh, this leg piece is just awesome. So it can attach to studs. It's like lightning surrounded by purple rocks. And I think that's just so cool for the Rogel because they're lightning powered and came from the ground. This is probably my favourite leg piece of all time. Now there are other cool things about the Rogel. It does have dual face printing. So you've got on the front you have blue eyes with lightning and on the back is just plain yellow eyes. But I think also what's awesome about this is its body torso printing. The light blue arms go well with the eyes if you're using those eyes. And then also you've got the amazing printing with like the runes on it and the purple lightning coming from it. And then on the back is more purple lightning. So yeah, I think that's about it for the Rogel. So let's move on to number 5. Okay, next up we have Lloyd. I got this Lloyd in the Lloyd's Titan Mech set. I really like this Lloyd. He's got pretty good colours. Kind of like Aaron, where he's got green and dark green. Starting off with the head wrap. A new print, no, not a new print, a new mould with some gold printing and the dark green on the back. He has dual face printing, angry and smiling. I love the new bit for his sword with the shoulder pad and where the sword can go in the back. And then now let's go on to the printing of his torso. On the front is pretty normal, and then on the back is normal as well. Let's move on to number 4. Okay, this is Zane from the also came from Lloyd's Titan Mech. I mainly chose this one because of his headgear. I just love the blue fire on it, so let's start off with that. It's the same kind of style as Lloyd's, but instead of the head wrap having some gold printing and being a different colour, it has this awesome blue fire, which I just love and I think is so cool. Now the rest of Zane, he's got his angry face, and then on the back is some kind of robot head stuff. The front he's got his normal robes on with some added blue, and the back is some more robes. So yeah, this Zane is just awesome. Let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is the Ultron clone. There is so much detail on this minifigure. Just look at it. There's so much robotic printing. I love the use of gunmetal grey and light blue. It's just awesome. Some amazing robot printing. His face is like Ultron's, but Ultron's is red and this one is blue. It does have printing on the back of the face, which is like some more gunmetal grey and blue, which is super cool. I think that's about it for the Ultron minifigure. I also want to thank my friend William for giving me this minifigure. Number 2 is Metamorpho from the DC Collectible Minifigure series. Oh, there's so much awesome stuff with Metamorpho. Let's first look at his face. It's a white face with a pretty good print and expression with the kind of wrinkles. And there's one thing I don't like about this minifigure, is that I wish he was dual moulded, because for the purple on his arm, it comes out of orange, whereas on this side it just is just the right colour. But there's still cool stuff. He's got some kind of scales here, scales down the arm, and then big fist at the end. And the other one, I don't really know what it is, but it's a cool orange colour. Metamorpho on his waistband, and then my favourite part of this is the see-through legs, which is representing ice, and then the slimy kind of looks like clay legs, which is very cool. And that's it for Metamorpho. Let's move on to number 1. Bam! 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 Okay, Mysterio. He has one of the new softer fabric capes, and he has some pretty good printing. I love the green, dark green and gold and slight pink. Just, you see on the front, mostly dark green with hints of light blue, pink and gold. His face is just plain silver with the fishbowl on top. He's got good printing on the back, more kind of technology it looks like. And then he's got the awesome gold hands. I think this is a very cool minifigure. So yeah, that is why Mysterio is the top of my list. Thanks for watching Lego and Funko. See you next week for another awesome video.